next guest says life was going great. Navy Chief Jonathan Stone was married to his high school sweetheart. They had 4 beautiful children. They were enjoying a busy life together. And that's until his wife Sarah became sick and was diagnosed with stage 4 appendix cancer. As agonizing as this was, Jonathan and Sarah made it their goal to find the good. And that's what eventually sparked Jonathan's book with that exact title called Finding Good. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
My next guest says life was going great. Navy Chief Jonathan Stone was married to his high school sweetheart. They had 4 beautiful children. They were enjoying a busy life together. And that's until his wife Sarah became sick and was diagnosed with stage 4 appendix cancer. As agonizing as this was, Jonathan and Sarah made it their goal to find the good. And that's what eventually sparked Jonathan's book with that exact title called Finding Good. Jonathan, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so sorry for what you and your children have been through, but let's sort of set the stage here a little bit. This happened how many years ago?
About 2 years ago.
Your wife was only 27 years old.
Yeah, she was diagnosed. I just got back from deployment. Everything was looking awesome. We had just adopted our amazing son Jackson, and everything was great. We had our whole, life planned out, our goals, everything mapped out. I mean, we're always known for being really positive. And then 3 days after I got back from deployment, she had really bad stomach ache and went into the ER, and the rest is history.
They diagnosed her with stage 4 appendix cancer, which is so rare, you said.
It is. 1 in a million people.
1 in a million people get this type of cancer. Her battle was short.
It was 10 short months, but here's the thing. We went into the ER. We both had a really bad feeling that something was going on. And when they were doing the ultrasound, I was watching their faces and I knew something was there. And then about 10 minutes later, all these people came in with chairs and sat us down. But before they even started, my wife and I looked at each other and we made a promise, no matter what happens, we're going to be grateful and find the good in every single day. And we held that promise no matter what throughout the entire 10-month journey, which was extremely short, but also beautiful. We found the good every day, whether that was snuggling on the couch or going to Disneyland or just hanging out with the kids in the backyard. Anything we could do to appreciate where we were and inspire others to get out there and live their best life, we were doing it.
You were doing it. That had to be the ultimate challenge, because when somebody gets news like you guys were given, young couple with 4 children, very easily to sort of curl up in the fetal position or scream out, why God, why us? To choose the good in every single day. Was it maybe just little things at times?
Little things, and here's the thing. We always kind of knew hardship doesn't come to stay, and we knew that our time was limited, so why waste it focusing on all the things that were bothering us and that were going to bring our family down? Because our theory was, if you focus on all this bad over here, which is everywhere, hardship it always happens, life is crazy, but you miss out on all this good. So when you choose to focus on the good things in life, your life, it just becomes incredibly better, and that's what we did. So all the way up and even to the final moments, we were focusing on the things that matter, and that was each other and love and our family.
You guys are so inspiring, and I understand that after, unfortunately, Sarah passed, you ended up going to a conference and shared your book idea with the man who was just standing next to you. Things started to take off. What happened?
Well, I'm really passionate about leadership, and what happened is I saw one of my good friends kept going to all these leadership conferences, and I asked her what it was, and long story short, she sent one of Sarah and I's videos to it was Tony Robbins' seminar in LA, and it made it all the way to him, and he invited me as his personal guest, and I was down there on the side, this small town farm kid, just trying to figure out what was happening, and I got there and I was able to tell my story. He said, you have 3 minutes to sell something with passion. I said, you know what, I have this book. This book is about a young couple who fell in love, joined the Navy, went off and then went on to talk about adopting Jackson. By the end of that story, he was crying, I was crying, and he said, where can I get this book? I said, well, actually, the book, it's just something I've thought about writing, and that story's true, and that sailor's me. And he's like, you know what, take my card, I'm an author. And someone else said the same thing, standing next to me, and a bunch of people, next thing you know, during the break are coming to me saying, I heard you have an incredible story, I'd love to hear it.
They're there to see Tony, but the focus is now on you.
Right, and I'm thinking, okay, this is why I'm here, and this is why everything happened. So I use everything that happened, all that hardship, which I wouldn't wish upon my worst enemy, to help others and remind them just how short life is and how important it is to live it to your best ability and happy.
You found good in another way too.
I did, and I'm truly blessed. You know, shortly after, about a month or two later, after that Tony Robbins thing, we're in a Facebook group with 9,000 like-minded people out to change the world, just making things happen. I put a video on there of talking about the twins and being a single dad, and one of them actually came up and talked about, you know, and told on her twin sister, saying she was putting something inside her shirt, stuffing her bra or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, what do I do? You know, I'm a single dad. I made a video, posted in there, and also trying to inspire people to get out there and live. And when I did that, tons of people reached out, and one of them happened to be this amazing woman named Wendy Mays. And you know, fast forward a couple months, and we started talking, and then here we are today, about a year later, engaged, and 6 kids combined, and
My goodness.
it's amazing. I'm truly blessed.
There's your pack right there. There's
Yeah.
all those children. And after going through what you have been through, thank you for continuing to spread the message of positivity, and that you can, there is another side of grief. Is that another lesson you've learned? And you can people get to the other side of this?
They can. Here's the thing to always remember: hardship never comes to stay. And if you can't find the good, be someone else's good. Because when you do something for someone else, not expecting anything in return, it's one of the most incredible feelings you'll ever have. And that's when, on those hard days, Sarah always told me, you can go down there, you can be sad, but never unpack. And I never have, and I just keep going, and I try to help as many people as I can, because I truly believe the reason everything happened and the reason I'm here and she's not is to get out there and inspire people to live their best lives, and I'm going to try everything I can to do it.
Oh man, again, the book is called Finding Good, Jonathan Stone, and I saw your wife Sarah's name on there too.
Oh,
Sarah
yeah.
was a part of writing this book. It
Big
was
time.
Her journey toward her final few days there. Thank you again for being
Thank
such a
you
huge
so much.
inspiration. I know so many of our viewers, you're going through something right now. This book may be just sort of that bridge to get to the other side, and wishing you all the
Definitely.
best.
Thank you
You're
so
gonna have a
much.
busy household. That's
Oh,
going to be
boy.
fun.
But we're blessed with chaos. That's what we call it.
There you go.
It's
I
amazing.
love it. All right, Michelle.